You've probably heard all the noise around the Holi visa probe. A lot of debate, a lot of politics, but you know what? Behind all that are hard numbers. And in this explainer, we're going to cut through the drama and focus only on the facts, because that's what really matters.
So, to do that, this explainer is based on research and analysis by Webfit News. They're the ones who've actually dug into the real numbers from the Holi visa probe case, which lets us get to the heart of what happened.
Okay, let's dive right in. The whole controversy started with a cultural celebration, right? A Holi event with a visiting Bollywood artist and their entourage. So, what actually went down with their visas?
It all starts with this one number, 27. That's the total number of people in the artists group who applied for visas to come to New Zealand. Seems pretty straightforward, just a small group.
But this is where it gets really interesting. Look at the outcome. Only 7 of those 27 people got a standard visitor visa. 13 of them got something called a limited visa. 4 were flat out declined, 3 actually withdrew their applications, and 1 visa was even revoked after it was approved. So the big takeaway here is that nearly a third of the group didn't get in under normal circumstances. For immigration officials, that's a huge red flag.
That breakdown really leads us to the most important question here. What do these numbers, and especially that term limited visa, actually mean?
Honestly, this is the key to understanding the whole situation. This limited visa is the main tool that immigration officials used here.
A limited visa, which comes under Section 83 of the Immigration Act, is not your normal visa. It comes with some very strict strings attached. First, you can't change your visa status once you're in New Zealand. Second, you have almost no way to appeal a decision. And third, you absolutely must leave by a set date. It's basically immigration saying, you can come for this one specific reason, and that's it.
And this is exactly why that deep dive analysis is so critical. Webfit News reviewed the outcomes and the legal settings behind them, including Section 83 limited visas, to explain what these decisions actually mean. This wasn't just routine paperwork. It was immigration actively managing what they saw as a risk.
So now that we get the specifics of this one case, let's zoom out a bit. Was this increased scrutiny just about this one event, or was it about one specific community?
While the data gives us a very clear, very direct answer, no. While this case did involve the Indian community, this trend of tightening the rules is actually much broader. This chart really tells the story. For India, sure, visa declines more than doubled in just a couple of years. That's a big jump. But now look at Vietnam. Declines there shot up by almost 800%. This isn't an isolated thing. It's a systemic tightening of the rules right across the board. And this timeline shows us why it's happening. Immigration enforcement is constantly in a cat-and-mouse game with evolving fraud tactics. Back in 2017, it was all about false financial documents. By 2023, it was the massive exploitation of the accredited employer visa scheme. And now, in 2024, the focus has shifted to cultural and performance groups. This is an escalating response, not a targeted action against any one group.
Okay, this brings us to what is maybe the most crucial point of all. We absolutely have to separate the actions of organized fraudsters from the reputation of an entire community. They are two completely different things. And here's the context that really matters. In the 2023 to 24 year alone, over 38,000 visa applications from Indian nationals were approved. The overwhelming majority of migrants are, and always have been, following the rules.
This is the real distinction we have to make. The target of all this increased scrutiny isn't the Indian community. The target is the fraud networks, those organized agents and the fake documents they use. The risk isn't someone's nationality, it's criminal behavior.
So this all leads to a new reality for anyone applying for a visa. So what does this new era of high scrutiny actually mean for you?
There's been a critical policy change, something called Section 58(6), strict liability. And honestly, this is a game changer. It means if there's false information in your application, it doesn't matter who put it there. The excuse, oh, my agent did it. Well, that's just not a defense anymore. The applicant is the one who's ultimately responsible.
So what does this new reality boil down to? 3 key takeaways. First, transparency in every single part of your application is non-negotiable. Second, if you're an event organizer, you have to verify every single document for everyone in your group. And third, you must use only licensed immigration advisors. The real threat to genuine applicants are these unlicensed shadow agents.
When you strip away all the rules and all the complexity, it really comes down to one simple, powerful idea. Integrity protects culture.
This reporting and analysis was prepared by Webfit News.
You can read their full, in-depth breakdown of the whole situation over on webfitnews.com. If you believe in getting the facts, not just the noise, share this explainer with your network.